So now we're going to move on to self-destination and secondary migration. So self-destined refugees are those who choose to change their final destination when they arrive at the port of entry before reaching the prearranged final destination. These refugees will either choose to remain at the port of entry city or go to a different place in Canada. Secondary migration happens when a refugee chooses to move out of the sponsor's community before the end of the sponsorship period. As per immigration and refugee protection regulations, a sponsor must live or have representatives in the refugee's expected community of settlement. So let's say for a SAW, either the SAW or the constituent group has to be located in the community of settlement or have at least two co-sponsors living in the same community of settlement, or two appointed representatives living in a community of settlement. Same with community sponsorship. Either the community sponsorship is located in the community of settlement, or at least two co-sponsors or two appointed representatives live in the community of settlement. However, for a group of 5, all 5 sponsors have to be living in the community of settlements, or they're appointed representatives. So when we say appointed representatives, this has to be for each group member that does not live in that community of settlement. Each of those appointed representatives have to live in the community of settlement. So the sponsoring group has 3 options to meet the residency requirements. First option is to find a replacement in the new community, constituent group or co-sponsor or group of 5 members to meet those residency requirements and resubmit an updated sponsorship undertaking. Second option is to transfer the sponsorship to a new sponsoring group. In a transfer of sponsorship, however, the new group signs a new sponsorship undertaking for the rest of the sponsorship period, and the new undertaking replaces the first one, and the original sponsorship would be declared as a sponsorship breakdown. Your third option is to appoint representatives in the new community by submitting an appointment of representatives in expected community of settlement form. What your role is as a sponsor when self-destination or secondary migration occurs is to, first, notify RSTP. So for self-destination, you have to email Resettlement Operations Center in Ottawa, so that's ROCO. Or for secondary migration, you would have to email RSAT. So first step is to notify RSTP. Second step is to fulfill the residency requirements. So make reasonable efforts to meet residency requirements and document efforts to find new sponsors or representatives in the new community. If that is found, you would have to recalculate and provide financial support based on RAP rates for the new community, and then connect the refugees with settlement services in the new community. So if you're able to find alternate solutions, then your sponsorship continues. If not, you would need to continue working with RSAT until the residency requirements are met, or IRCC will declare a sponsorship breakdown. So what this means is that if sponsors cannot meet residency requirements and you've informed RSAT of attempts to resolve the issue, then a sponsorship breakdown occurs. If a breakdown occurs, sponsors' liabilities cease. The privately sponsored refugees can then apply to receive social assistance, or if they are a BVO-sponsored refugee, financial support can be arranged to their REP settlement providing organization. A breakdown due to secondary migration does not automatically result in default or agreement action. A case review is only initiated if additional issues are identified.